Hey everyone, it's Zach from Cinema Effect here, back with another Bad Batch reaction, because it's that time of the week again. Last time on the Bad Batch in episode 3, we had new teasers for Death Trooper stuff, we had an update with what's going on with Crosshair, the introduction and implementation finally we're seeing in canon of Stormtroopers, and how that's starting to come into play. The Empire literally, 2 weeks after Revenge of the Sith, already hiring and starting to lightly play with the idea of using regular soldiers. And the Bad Batch got lost on a planet, but now they're fine. So, yeah, that's it. Let's watch this episode, hey?
Planet is Pantora.
Pantora. God, that rings a bell.
Pantora it is.
Dude, that rings a bell. Oh god, hopefully I'll recognise it when I see it. Looks very pretty.
Forgetting something? Huh?
Why doesn't this guy speak Nine Numbs language?
You said you'd skip the step.
And do his weird laugh?
Good. Word on the channels is you're looking for a certain modified...
Oh yeah.
mass attack shuttle. Yeah.
I'll make it well worth your while. Transmit the coordinates and make sure they don't leave.
Cool, dude. We knew Fennec Shand was in the show, but... She's got us. That's a sick looking ship she's got too.
And you stick out too much.
Oh, and you don't?
Not dressed like this. Alright, let's get...
I don't know about that, to be fair. I think you still stand out, mate. Look at this dickwad. Look at it. Look at his dumb face. That species has the worst looking face. Wait, hang on. I'm just having an epiphany. Is Pantora the planet that George Lucas's cameo character is the senator of? Yeah, right, because those are the Pantorans. Oh my god, I figured it out. I'm so sorry for the 3 people that care. Space puppies! Save them, Omega!
Hello there.
Oh, they're actually not as cute as I thought. No offense.
Hey, watch it!
Sorry.
Those dudes have the best voice. Wow, Wrecker just got wrecked. Huh? Don't fall, Omega. Oh.
You can thank me. Tuck and roll when you land, kid.
Oh, shit. She definitely did not do that. Dude, this is giving me huge Attack of the Clones speeder chase in Coruscant vibes. And that's a compliment. I mean, I could mention Kevin Kiner's score all day, every day, as you know, but I'm loving Fennec's theme there too. It's really cool.
We have to find out who she is and who hired her.
That's a good little hook right there.
The target got away. But I'll find her.
Alright, there we have Bad Batch episode 4 Cornered. Another fun episode. I would say, I don't know, I'd say I liked that better than episode 2 probably, but yeah, on a similar level to last week. Maybe not quite as much as last week. I did really like all the Crosshair stuff last week. But, cool episode. We got the introduction of Fennec Shand into the show, of course, the character played by Ming-Na Wen in The Mandalorian, which is cool. We knew that she was going to be in the show. She's come in pretty early, and given that little thread there at the end, she certainly will be appearing again. That won't be the last we see of her, which is exciting. Now, I don't know, right there at the end there, a few interesting questions raised. I like the fact that now it seems like the goal of the Bad Batch themselves, we mentioned last week, they're going to end up having to save Crosshair, which is cool, but in the immediate future, their goal seems to be, let's find out what the deal is with Omega, who she is. That's awesome. That's a great thread. That's going to keep me, interested, intrigued by the plot for the next few episodes. So I'm in on that. As for the question of who hired Fennec Shand, and who even knows Omega exists, like who would want to retrieve Omega? the Kaminoans. Last week they said that in order to do whatever they wanted to do with the cloning to impress the Empire, they wanted to implement a new cloning initiative, they need a member of the Bad Batch. The Kaminoans could be after it. That's a pretty safe guess. Some more outlandish guesses. Baby Boba Fett. That'd be awesome. I'm convinced that Boba Fett's going to be in the show 100%. The Daniel Logan kid baby Boba Fett. And well, there's a few reasons. He has a history in the Clone Wars TV show, of course. He's appeared there many times. So it's not like introducing Boba Fett into animation would be a new idea. There's unfinished episodes with Boba Fett in the Clone Wars that they could revisit here and tie into the story. That would make a lot of sense. But bar that, the most significant thing, of course, is the fact that this December, the Book of Boba Fett, his very own show, is coming out on Disney+. And that show stars Fennec Shand, of course. And from The Mandalorian Season 2, we know, leading into the Book of Boba Fett, a key part of that show is the relationship, is the fact that Boba Fett and Fennec Shand's sort of his second in command, or Fennec Shand's like, they're buddies, right, in the show. That's the idea. And we know Boba Fett saved Fennec Shand from death in The Mandalorian Season 1. But we don't really understand, other than he did that for her and they're hanging out together, we don't really understand the backstory of that. We don't yet understand where this relationship has been in the past, why they're friends, the origins of that. I think it makes perfect sense, if you've got her in the show, to explain that here. This is a perfect opportunity to sort of give a bit of background context. Not that it's necessary, you know what I mean? I don't think when the Book of Boba Fett comes around, we're all going to be like, well, we need to understand the full backstory of their relationship. But this is a really cool opportunity for them to do that, flesh some things out, potentially see how they meet. If, I guess, he isn't the one that already hired her, that'd be interesting too. But the other thing to consider, of course, is Boba Fett is a clone himself, obviously. And that could somehow tie into the plot itself if we think about, obviously, if Boba Fett hired her, you know, Boba Fett is still interested in clones. Sure. I don't know if he's the one that hired her now that I'm thinking about this. He's like, what is he, like 13 years old? I don't know if he'd be doing that, to be honest. But I don't know. But it's possible, I guess. Either way, though, he's going to obviously have a vested interest in clones, him being one. So, you know, when he hopefully, and I think will eventually meet up with Fennec Shand in the show, that sort of could tie into, well, she's after Omega. How does he feel about that? How does he feel about the Bad Batch? How does he feel about, you know, his state on clones at the moment? That's an interesting, you know, idea, theme that they could play with in the show. I think would be cool. What else? You know, the animation killed, the music killed as always. I really like the look of that Pantora planet. I figured it out while watching it that Pantora is the planet that George Lucas in Revenge of the Sith has a cameo as the blue alien dude. In the Clone Wars Season 1, they give that character, and I think he appears in another Clone Wars episode too, in Season 2 or 3. They flesh out the idea that George Lucas's cameo character in Revenge of the Sith is a real character. I don't know what the hell his name was, but he was the senator for Pantora, this planet. And we haven't seen the planet up until this point. In Season 1 of the Clone Wars, that snow episode that dealt with the senator of Pantora, and I don't know if you remember this episode, but it was on the snow planet, and it was dealing with the indigenous species of the planet and the conflict between the Pantorans and that. It was a really cool episode. It was just it wasn't an arc, just one episode. That episode took place on one of the moons of Pantora, so this is the first time we actually saw Pantora as a planet, so I enjoyed that a lot. That was cool. And that speeder chase thing at the end, that sequence we got, it was really, really cool. Really reminded me of the speeder chase in Attack of the Clones, which is neat, because that's, in my opinion, probably, I might have to think about this a bit more, but one of the best parts of that movie. I really do enjoy that speeder sequence. It's got at least elements that I like, and I think that's an element of Star Wars, like a speeder chase is something we haven't seen a lot. We've seen 800 lightsaber duels, which are awesome, of course, but and 800 spaceship battles and all these other kind of action sequences. Speeder chases isn't something we've seen a whole lot of, and trying to recreate the feel of that in this show you had the city environment, a lot of the different the vehicles and the types of speeders from Attack of the Clones, a lot of the same sound design as well. I noticed. Really enjoyed that stuff. I thought it was good, and added a bit of tension to things when Omega constantly dangling off things, as you'd expect. I really liked that as well. So, what else is there? I guess just the fact that, we talked about it a few weeks ago, most of the footage for the trailers was already shown in the premiere. But every single week since we've been taking out the little bits of trailer footage we had left, I know some significant parts of the trailer footage we had left obviously involved Fennec Shand, who we have now seen, all of that stuff, because she was here. We had trailer footage of Hunter riding a speeder around in the outfit he was in here. That was all stuff that we saw here. So my point is the fact that episode 4, there's 16 episodes total, and once again, the thread continues. We're killing off all the trailer footage we have left very quickly. The only stuff that I can think of off the top of my head we haven't seen is that one, 2-second shot of Rex that's in the trailer. I don't think we obviously haven't seen that yet because we haven't seen Rex. So, but other than that, though, dude, this is exciting. I want to know what's going on with Omega. I want to keep seeing the Empire grow with Tarkin. I want to know what the Kaminoans are planning. I want to know who hired Fennec Shand. This show's done a great job in the first 4 episodes, considering, that these regular episodes are only 20 minutes long, of introducing a number of threads, not just 1 or 2, many threads that I'm interested in resolving, that are important to the characters, that are interesting for the characters themselves, but also just as Star Wars fans for the Star Wars lore and the universe and where it's at this point after Revenge of the Sith. So the show's posing a lot of really cool questions, and I can only hope that they're satisfactorily answered. So that's really fun. All right, that's enough from me. I like that episode a lot. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments down below. All right, I'll catch you in the next Bad Batch episode, but more importantly, I'll catch you on Cinema Effect this week, where we're reviewing Minority Report on Monday, so check that out. See ya, goodbye. I'm stopping this now.